Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark.
If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to another episode of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. For those of you familiar with 5th edition, keep in mind that all of our players are playing a custom class called the ClockTower Agent. We also play with a lot of house rules in our games that we as a group collectively enjoy. We explain these rules as they come up, so if you're just joining us, you may need to listen back to previous episodes just to clear up any confusion. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. As the three of you are standing looking at an ad that has just quite literally popped up in front of your faces, and it shifted from the Blue Owl bar to,
would you like to shop at the +1?
And then all of a sudden another screen like flies up and like kind of bumps that one over out of the way slightly and like lowers itself towards like Sam's height and says,
"Do you need new clothes?" And
then
I didn't think I did.
As the ad like has a person that looks like kind of like they look like they're made out of a blue outline, and their eyebrow goes down a little bit. So they look at you and they go,
"You do."
And then
All right. How do we get to the Blue Owl bar?
Another screen flies up and knocks into the other two and goes,
"Blue Owl bar."
Yes,
as it like
directions
pops up, and then all three of them create like one image between the three of them of like a map, and it says like "you are here," and then Blue Owl bar is like down the street to the left.
Awesome. All right, gang.
And it says
"Awesome sauce. Try it now."
No!
and then, like several different like brands of awesome sauce, and then it starts being like,
"Do you want a barbecue sauce that tastes like something other than awesome?"
as it starts coming up with,
"Try better sauce now."
Follow me. I'm just gonna start.
Do I need new clothes?
You look fine, Sam.
Sam, you look perfectly good as you are. And Jaeger puts away his gun.
the
Which
screens
he pulled
follow
out.
you guys as you start walking by, and all of them like surround Sam and go,
"You look as insecure as you feel. You need some new threads."
Trinket, can you get the screens away from the tiny one?
What are they called? Like, my clock tower knowledge. What is this called? It's an ad. Do I know that's an ad? Or does it have its own name?
They have like a technical name, which is like rapid delivery ad screens or something like that. However, everybody just calls them harassment bots because that's what they do. They like will pick on anything and then try and get you to buy products by basically like giving you negative comments or saying you need other things or trying to direct you to like wherever you're going. They even will like scan personal devices that you have and purposely like give you ads towards whatever you're doing. And if you acknowledge one of them, they'll like send signals to have more of them come back them up. And as like you're realizing this, you see that like another one like flies over to like be in front of Sam's face when Sam turns away and goes,
"I mean, those shoes, really. But right down the street for cheap, you can buy new shoes at New Jumps Plus."
Jaeger's gonna stand between the pop-ups and Sam. That way Sam can't even see it. And then he's gonna keep walking and go, "Now I wonder, do the police show if you shoot the ads?"
if you damage the ads, you have to pay for the device to be replaced.
Also, Jaeger, you're standing in front of Sam. Those harassment bots are behind Sam and to the sides of Sam. Trinket, please guard the tiny one. They're getting bombarded.
I'll try.
Yeah, Sam, we've learned today, don't talk to the harassment bots.
I think we just need to try to get where we're going as fast as possible.
Agreed. To the Owl bar.
All right. As you guys stop paying any attention at all, even like passing comments to the screens, they eventually, like, you hear somebody else go, oh, fuck, no, as, like, behind you, someone else is bombarded by the screens, and they, like, send the signal, and other ones start bombarding that person, and you realize that, like, other people on the street with you guys are, like, equally as susceptible to these, but they really do just, like, hone in on anyone who will give them any amount of attention. And as you guys and you, like, notice a lot of people, like, don't pay attention to anything happening on the streets, because, like, if they start commenting about shit or talking about shit on the street, like, well, probably harassment bots are gonna come start trying to sell them on shit. But eventually you reach the Blue Owl bar, and you see that it is, like, bumping in there because you can hear the music from outside. You just, like, through closed doors, it's real, like, suppressed, but it is.
What time is it?
It's late.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Late as if, like, someone had gotten off of a long day at work and come home with groceries to, like, get ready to cook dinner for their husband, and then
Who may or may not be coming home.
yeah.
Rock would look in front of the, I'm assuming, double doors, knowing a club. Is there a bouncer in front?
Yes. And they've got blue hair.
Easy.
And it's a huge dude. He's, like, ripped, and he's, like, probably 6 foot something. He's got black sunglasses on, and he's got, like, a blazer jacket, but it doesn't have sleeves.
You do remember the earlier, right? They said you can get your hair colored here.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, but in this case, I don't think it's.
I think it's a bit
that simple.
gratuitous. I mean,
I think that the person at the very top is probably who we're looking for.
you never know.
Sam just kind of had their head down since the harassment bots, but just walks forwards towards the bar.
Like, towards the doors?
Well, to the bouncer.
Okay, up to the bouncer. Yeah, the bouncer looks at you and goes, like, says nothing. Just looks at you with a stern look, as if, like, hardly acknowledging your presence.
I wish to enter this establishment. May I do so?
Your hair's not blue.
I would love to make it blue.
Then go to a barber shop. That's not my problem.
Oh.
As he, like, stops looking down at you for a second and resumes this, like, straight on look of just, like, looking out towards the street.
So it's a blue hair thing?
It's a blue hair thing.
Is anybody up for some customization? Rock kind of, like, puts out some, like, jazz hands trying to, like, lighten the mood.
You're gonna summon more of the things.
Oh, fuck.
Barbershop.
You hear a and then it's just, like, suddenly in front of Jaeger, there's, like,
Go to the 3rd Street Barbershop, right?
and then it gets bumped out of the way as it goes
Quick Cut Barbershop. You need your hair cut
Closest
quick. Get in
barbershop.
as it goes, like, another one bops down, and all 3 of them are, like,
now. You want to go to the Silver Shears.
as it just, like, there, like, has a little scissors animation of, like, clip, clip,
Closest barber shop.
as they turn to you, and it goes,
Silver Shears, less than a kilometer away.
Directions to the Silver Shears.
it has a big arrow, and the screens shift slightly, and it's up the street, like, to the right slightly.
Thanks, go fuck yourself. And I'll fucking start, like, walking towards the Silver Shears. Come on, gang. Let's get blue hair.
It takes a minute for the screens to leave you guys alone after that, but by the time you get to the Silver Shears, they've found a new target. And you guys can, like, you see them, like, flying around. Like, there's cars that are, like, driving, and they're, like, pacing the cars at the windows.
Never before have I wished that I could hide in my illusions.
All right, well, Silver Shears. I think blue hair could look good on us. I don't know.
I feel like blue isn't really my color.
It could be.
Could be. I think Trinket would look good with it.
Oh, walks in.
The agent who is my friend now, and you're being rude.
Already walked in, just
So Sam is, like, saying that behind Jaeger as Jaeger's walking in, like, you're being rude, as Jaeger, like, pushes the door open and walks in.
Sam being ignored by Jaeger. My favorite.
it's like the old days.
No!
As there is a girl there who says, like, hi, welcome to Silver Shears. What can I do for you?
Hello, my friend and I need blue hair apparently.
She goes, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would also just like a normal, like, trim. Anyways, my hair's kind of disabled right now.
She, like, looks at you and goes, okay, sure. And she directs both, like, this doesn't look like a barbershop. Like, there are no chairs. There's hardly anything. It looks like a blank, like an empty box room with, like, panels. And she, like, leads you guys up and goes, you can take this one, and you can take this one, and you can take this one. And she, like, points you to these kind of, like, blank spots on the walls. But when she points you to Jaeger, and, like, after a couple seconds of, like, you can take this one, you step forward, and then the, like, wall indents to have, like, a small, about your height space for you to walk inside of. And it looks like you're just looking at a full body mirror. But as you move, there's a little bit of a delay. So you realize it's not a mirror, it's a screen.
All right, I walk in.
Okay. Behind you, it, like, closes. And as you're like looking behind you, you realize that you can, like, if you move your hand on the screen, the image of you spins.
Oh.
And then eventually settles back to being your reflection. So you can like move your hand from left to right really quickly, and it'll be like you're spinning a character model in a 3D viewer. And when you like physically look to your left, you see that there are like a bunch of options. It's like a character creation menu where you can change like all kinds of stuff, but you can't change like your height or skin tone or eye color, but you can change like pretty much anything involving your hair. This place can do, it seems.
Rock would lean into Trinket and go, I don't know how many missions you've been on or whatnot, but do you know if we can regrow hair back on the couch?
She like looks at her very long hair, and I don't know.
I'm scared to find out.
I've never tried.
I think it must do.
I mean, when we get burned to death, it comes back.
You know, that's a great point, actually. Oh, the possibilities. And Rock will walk into a stall.
Well, here I go again. We should all come out of this, but if not, it was pleasure knowing you.
Sam walks into a stall.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So Trinket, right now you're alone with the lady as she looks at you and goes, did you also want to get your hair done?
I guess so. And I will walk into a stall.
Okay. How does everybody come out of these stalls?
So Rock is going to get the stereotypical cyberpunk shave, right?
As you like click the button, a laser goes and like shaves the side of your head, and you're like, huh. And like even if you move away, it like auto corrects and shaves the rest of your head, and then you realize that your hair wasn't like quite to the length of the cyberpunk shave on the other side, and it like lasers at the bottom of your hair down, and it creates hair going down.
Rock will like whisper, hoping that it hears it. Goes, give me a goatee.
You like go through the options and you like click that one, and then the lasers
No,
are on,
I
and
gotta
you
go for
can,
the I'll scroll the mutton chops. They go on. All right, I need to think about this. Shaved hair on the side. Give me like what's a war-torn beard? And like think back to their time on the path and like all the people they had. No, think what's manlier than that? Big bushy beard, and just fucking go for like a good like war-torn beard. Dye my hair blue, and then get one of the eyebrow slits in the right top side.
Okay. You're just like doing a little like shaved eyebrow mark.
And obviously the mustache that connects into the beard. Mm-hmm. And Rock would look in the mirror and go,
So you still have the cyberpunk shave?
yes.
Okay. Bet.
Perfect.
Is your beard blue as well?
No, I'm not a heathen.
Okay.
Wait, was the bouncer, did the bouncer have facial hair? Mm-mm. No, I'm fine then. If I don't know.
Sam walks in and like is just assaulted by all of the options basically, and eventually settles on like double buns
Oh my god.
Why is Sam cute?
with little like with little longer pieces that like frame their face, and gets it like kind of a darker blue. Like you'd be almost mistaken if it was black unless like light shines on it.
Okay.
And nicer eyebrows, maybe like a bit to fit the hairstyle. Sticks
Oh.
out. Yeah.
Jaeger goes in, goes, let's see, I've had the same hair for, I don't know how long I've been alive anymore. And Jaeger actually gets his hair done he gets a fade on the left and right sides of his hair, as well as what looks like almost like a curled like mohawk almost that goes down that sort of hangs down the front. He gains a bit much more what looks like his mutton chops disappear, and he instead gets a very, very light fade of a beard as well that sort of like fades into thicker hair going in. Makes all of it blue, but almost like a royal blue leading into purple. And after he looks at it for a second, he goes, okay. And then he gets his eyebrows done so that they're fine, thin, very much the tailored, looks like he's gotten them threaded.
Okay.
Trinket walks in and immediately she just ignores all of the options and the character creation, goes doot doot doot, hair blue, and then walks out.
like preset blue color. Yes.
So the funniest thing is, right, like under the yes, you have to make your hair blue. So you're like hair blue, and then you like walk out, and like Rock's got a full beard and like half their head shaved, and just the cyberpunk like blue hair going down. Jaeger's got like a cool like kind of like faded mohawk to the top, like it's kind of unkempt at the very top. And like everybody's got these like wild different hairstyles and like trimmed facial hair, all this crazy shit, and you're like,
Oh, I like what you did with the color. The color looks nice.
It's just gonna go back to normal when we leave, right?
Well, yeah, that's why you gotta live a little. I mean, no, I mean, like, I always wanted to know what a beard would feel like on my skin. I don't like it, but I'm gonna keep it.
My head feels oddly heavy.
You like Sam like leans left and right a couple of times, just like tipping with the extra weight of the hair buns on top of their head. And then the lady like turns to you and just holds out a pad for you to like press accept on, and it says like balance, or it says like charge, and then it says like credit balance underneath where it does, and it is like there is no numbers there for a second, and you see clock tower glyphs for like half a second, and then it's the exact balance that was charged, like that the haircut costs.
I would like to whisper out the side of my mouth, give her a tip, hoping the clock tower hears me. Does it change?
No.
Cheap bastards. Fucking.
You accept, and then at the next screen, there's like a 0%, 15%, 20%, 25%, and it said, "Did you have a good time?" At the top.
Is there a custom button?
There is, yeah.
Custom.
Mm-hmm. How many zeros did you just put on that?
Well, not like, not. I would imagine it was just like a counter, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and like restart like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like if the thing is like $20, make it like $200.
All right, bet. It goes insufficient balance.
All right, you bastard. 20%.
It accepts the balance.
And I'll look at the lady and go, and we can dream, right?
She goes, yeah, sure. And then like pass, and thank you. She like passes the pad to Sam.
Sam just like immediately like, correct balance, max amount of tip, next person.
Correct balance, double the tip.
I'm gonna roll.
I love the idea the clock tower is cheap.
Well, the clock tower's not cheap. The clock tower's like, you can't upset the economy of this place.
What economy?
The economy is upset. That's why we're going to destroy the world.
This hairdresser, more money, they'll buy something.
Yeah, it lets you double the tip.
Pass it over to, here, Reagan. And then he passes it to Rock and walks away.
Brock will like hold in their hands and look at Trinket and go, I just want you to know it's not you. Like, you're more than fine. Adaptation.
Just give me the pad so I can pay her.
There you go.
And I will try to also give her a pretty good tip.
Okay. Jaeger, outside, you're like, I'm imagining not doing great, right?
Just pacing back and forth.
You like lost like probably your one of, if not your best friend, and like new person doesn't get it. You're like all by yourself, and there are like so many people on the street. Roll a perception check.
17.
Okay. A ways down the street, going into an alleyway, you see a glimpse of gray fabric.
And Jaeger's gonna take a second, and it looks like he's thinking, and then he just sort of like pounds the window once, leading into the bar, and then starts like jogging off in that direction, just
Okay.
so that they can hear they can hear the window go thunk, and
You
then
guys,
he's gonna run.
you
in that
hear
direction.
like a muted thump on the outside of the glass of the place you're in, as you guys like just see Jaeger take off.
I probably just need to give him some time. Oh, he's going.
Oh,
All right.
that is, I'm going to roll a personal roll.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably just needs some time to himself. I get it. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather get to know you better, Trinket, personally. I mean, we'll always go back to them, and they'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. This could be our only mission. This could be a lot of missions. So it's nice to at least get to know people while we can. We've turned a new leaf in that regard. By we, I mean me.
I'm gonna check my pocket watch.
Okay.
Oh, that's
How
good
much
idea.
time do we have?
About a day here, and you're about what I'd say like 30 minutes into it at this point. Yeah.
I think we need to find your friend.
Jaeger?
Mm-hmm. We don't.
You'd think that's best.
I mean, yeah, he sometimes gets a little hot-headed and just needs to breathe.
We're in the middle of a mission.
Yeah, but like missions can be restarted. Well, actually, not recently. Missions can't be restarted. Does a name? Actually, does Castell mean anything to you?
No.
Cool. We have a lot to catch you up on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't see Trinket on that name of the list of names, but yeah, I mean, you're probably right. So if we can catch up with Jaeger, if not, we can always rendezvous at the owl. Or yeah.
All right, well, might as well. We'll see what he's doing. He's probably just around the corner, just taking a breathe. I'll go talk to him.
All right, yeah.
All right, Rocco, walk down.
Right. You walk out. Jaeger is gone.
Guys!
No idea where he is. Like he is just out. He is fucking gone. Jaeger,
I do my due diligence. Let's go.
you immediately like boom, fucking run, right? You're chasing after it. You just feel your rifle bouncing up and down on your shoulder as you like slide to a stop down the alleyway, and you see like at the top, like managing to get off of a fire escape into an open window. You see the fabric like disappear into the window.
I'm chasing it. I'm going.
Going?
I'm finding the fire escape. I'm jumping on the ladder. I'm climbing up.
All
Let's
right,
go.
roll. It's gonna be first one's an acrobatics check to climb up on the ladder.
Oh, that's pretty good. 11.
11?
Actually, I'm gonna add a clock over this.
Okay.
Why not? There we go. 16.
I will let you know for your own benefit. That went from a failure to a success. So you like jump up and you grab the bottom rung of the fire escape ladder, and your hand like slips for a second, but you manage to like with like pure willpower throw your arm back up and hold tighter and just pull yourself up and start climbing up. Next one is a dexterity check as you're like ducking underneath the like kind of low hanging stairs for each other.
Straight dexterity. That's gonna be a 20.
Wow. All right, you are just flying up this thing, and then the last check is another acrobatics check to jump off the escape into the window.
That's bad.
no,
It's
what
not a
is it?
1. It's not a 1. But it is an 8.
I would like you to roll again. Another acrobatics check.
Yeah. No. 9.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, one final acrobatics check, please.
It was meant to be. No.
What was that one?
Another 9.
So, I'm gonna even make your rolls a little less just on you, or just on Jaeger, but you jump to like clear the window, and a boot just like plants in your chest. Cause you were full ready to like catch the top of the windowsill and like jump in, but it was a like 100% just a trap, cause you just boop plants in your chest, and you just see the window go, and your fingertip like grazes the edge of the windowsill as you're gone, and then you immediately try to like grab the fire escape as well, and you miss that too, and you just like boom just fall, and like for a second it's like you just see the you see in your eyes, right, falling through the pink clouds and like hitting the water below as the
Oh, I thought it was under here. Water. Nice. Oh, no, it's water. No!
and then as you like realize that this isn't that, you like look up and you just see those like hollow eyes and the messy brown hair looking down at you, as there's like there's not the expression of like, yeah, got him, like that dude just like fully got one over on you. It is just the expression of like not having fun, not wanting to be here, not wanting to do any of this. And as you like fall, you just see that look, and there's like immediately you feel like you've seen that look in your own reflection every time you thought about just doing the mission over telling Sam the truth, doing the mission over like Castell was described by Fife as being like rock, but whoever this is seems way more familiar to you, and that's when you fucking hit the ground. And when you hit it, you feel it break underneath you. I rolled to see like how bad this is gonna be, like low, high, not good for Jaeger, low, better for Jaeger, like how good, and I got a natural 20. So like in the stranger's favor, natural 20, and Jaeger falls straight through that bitch. Like it breaks underneath him as he hits the ground and just like gone into the fucking mist below.
But I do one thing as I'm falling. Mm-hmm. Pulls out his gun and just goes, and fires like multiple shots just directly into the air. Not trying to hit them.
You can try and fire one before you hit the glass and go through, or the whatever polymer.
He's not trying to hit them at all. He's just firing off as like a signal flare of like here. It's just not aiming, just firing directly straight up.
I need you to roll a dex save. If you can save, I'll say that you don't lose your rifle when you hit the ground.
Got it. It's 12.
Okay. Yeah, no, you hit the ground, and then like your rifle falls near you, and you you hit the ground. Like this place was probably in disrepair enough for you to go through it in the first place, but you hit the ground hard enough that
I stunned myself.
You went through, and like you're barely alive as you're like reaching for your gun, but it's gone as you like tumble head over heels into the fog and smog below. Yeah, all of you.
We heard the floor shatter, right?
Actually, what you hear, because you guys are like, where the fuck did this person go? And then you hear like a thud in the distance, followed by like, and then there are like red lights in an alleyway that like fucking pop up, and immediately you see like several pods come out of like nowhere and just fly down this alleyway.
Oh, fuck. Rock's gonna fucking jet over there.
Please be okay, Jaeger.
You see, as you guys like run over, one of the pods deploys like down and turns into what looks like a very like built silhouette of a person, but it's definitely a robot. And it like waves its hand, and a giant like holographic line that says "Do not cross" caution goes across it. And the other one deploys into like multiple crab-looking robots that just start repairing this like hole in the ground that all of you see has been shattered. And roll a perception check, all three of you.
2.
15.
Baby's first roll is a 1.
Yo. Is that a how bad is it?
Well, I mean, yeah, technically it has to be a how bad is it.
Roll it again.
You want to get above 10.
I did not get above 10.
Oh, yeah,
What'd
what'd
you
you
get?
get? 4.
Oh, welcome to Clock Tower.
What did you get, Sam?
I got a 15.
Okay, Sam, you're the only person who notices this, and this is how I'm gonna have this one go down. You two see the robots fly into the alleyway. You both run over to see it. Sam, you see the dude create the caution line. Rock, you start looking at the robots and then realize that you guys somehow lost Trinket in the crowd as you like ran this way, and you're like, shit. So you
start
like
running back and like try to search through.
Right, you start turning back, and Sam, you notice that there are like the robots are repairing this like hole, but along the hole, like on the edges of where it has broken in and breaking up to it, there are like these deep like slash gashes on the floor itself.
Like this was sabotage, not.
Right, like somebody weakened the floor and then something hit it and fell through. And you look up and see that there is somebody closing a window. Like directly, like you like look up from where something might have fallen, and like before you get to the top of the roof, you see something. It's like someone is closing a window behind them. Trinket, you're looking for Sam and Rock and everybody as they like they took off like way faster than you were expecting. You were like, oh, we gotta find her friend, and they like got out of the barbershop and saw the red light pop off. And like you started making your way there, and like some dude kind of shoulder checked you, and you were like, fuck. And then like you look back, and they'd like managed to make it through the crowd somehow. So you start trying to make your way through the crowd, and then you feel something like hard and cold pressed up against the back of your head, and you hear a voice say, don't even turn around. Don't look, don't scream, don't do anything. Drop your shit.
I dropped my shit.
What shit do you drop specifically?
Am I even holding anything?
No, but you've got your axe on you.
I definitely let that go.
All right, you like pull your axe and drop it on the ground. He says, head towards the club right now. You turn with me, don't do anything else.
Fun times. Here we go.
And as they're directing you, they like get far enough away from where the commotion is happening, and you guys get in front of the bar, basically, and the dude like pulls you into a different alley. And like as you see all the like neon lights, it kind of spills into the darkness of this alley where there is like obviously the bar throws their trash out here as well, and a bunch of other things happening. You like still haven't seen this person either, but you just hear the voice say, I don't want to know your name, I don't want to know anything about you, just want you to take your pocket watch off and set it on that dumpster right there.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
And I'm gonna need you to do it. I'm gonna need you to take it off real slow, because I swear you go to click that thing and I'm gonna blow your head off fast. I'm gonna send you back to Clock Tower myself faster than you can even think about it.
Okay.
He goes, you know what? That was actually probably not the best threat, now that I think about it, you know?
I'm gonna try to run.
Yeah, that makes sense. He goes, God damn it. Dude got a 1.
Oh my.
How bad is that
what
one?
What an
Let's see.
adventure.
18.
Okay, so it's
Just a straight miss. He like, you fucking sprint and he fucking fires like towards your knees, and you see the bullet hit some trash as just like this stream of like brown liquid starts pouring out of a trash bag with occasional like refuge just like, and then the trash bag kind of pops under its own weight and explodes out into the alleyway as like he goes, fuck, no, god damn it, and he starts fucking running, chasing after you. Roll an athletics check. And Rock, as you get through the crowd, you're like, you don't see Trinket. What do you do?
I hear a gunshot, don't I?
Not yet.
Not yet. Ah, all right, word. I would then do my damnedest to roll a good perception check.
You are welcome to try.
Yeah,
I know how you do with these.
I'm bad. Not today! That is a 19.
All right. In the most rock way possible, you go to like try and find Trinket, making her like scanning the crowd, and then you step on something. Then you look down, and you see Trinket's axe, and you're like, oh. And as you pick it, like you pick it up, and you scan, looking at the crowd, like, what the fuck? And you start like making your way closer to the bar, just like scanning all the people, even so much as like turning somebody around who has like blue hair, which ironically, there's a ton of people with blue hair around this street. Then you hear the gunshot.
I sprint over to where the gunshot was.
All right. Sam, you just saw somebody close the window and Rock like said something under their breath and then turned around and left the alleyway.
Sam notices, like, the alley's pretty blocked right now, right?
Yeah.
If I saw the person go through the window, is it like a whole floor of windows?
Yes.
Okay.
Looks like an apartment building of some kind, but you're not. I mean, you're using 2 years of rough knowledge to be like, yeah, it's probably an
So it
apartment
looks
building.
like then that window the person went into would be a small apartment rather than a whole floor of like a single room or a series of rooms.
Right. They probably went into a room.
Gotcha. Sam is going to cast Levitate on themselves.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then like moon jump just over the robots, just straight up onto the.
Roll a stealth check if you're trying to do this subtly, or if you just don't care.
Oh,
State that.
Yeah, it's more of just like going straight up because they can go like I think 50 to 100 feet up if they needed to. They're not very stealthy. Only got a 7 in stealth, I believe.
All right. So you do kind of moon. I'm gonna say with make an acrobatics check. It's not gonna be hard.
Sure.
Because you are kind of like having to moon jump with the levitate as well.
14.
Yeah, you easily. You kind of like hop. However, the robot does go.
Halt, citizen! Cease this action! Halt, citizen! Cease this action!
Ah, damn it! It's still concentration. I was gonna make an illusion, but or if I did that, I would fall.
Oh, that's not very good.
Yeah. So onto the fire escape where the window is. Drop levitate.
Okay.
Going to throw up an illusionary image that like just blocks the robots from seeing,
Oh, okay.
and then like turn to the window. What's in there?
You like throw up basically like an illusion of what they would be seeing from their perspective, right? Of like you without you there. You basically like the camera screen block.
Made a bubble.
Yeah, a perception bubble. And as you do that, the robots are like,
Suspect has vanished! Suspect has vanished! Suspect has vanished!
and like the robots seem like they're not
Programmed for magic at all.
they're not figuring out what this is.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, and you are like the window is locked.
Not for long. It won't be.
Okay.
Sam just like points their pipe at the lock. Control
All right.
exit.
The lock on the window just like blows out basically. Actually, well, don't roll one.
8.
Yeah, you basically like at the where the small little window lock is of just like a little button that goes clink. You just blast that with your wand and it's done. And you just open the window. Rock, you turn into the alleyway as like in the distance you see two figures are like hauling ass. So much so that Trinket, you're about to make it to the end of the alley where it terminates in a small circle. That looks like this is where during rain, a lot of water off of rooftops and things might drain into this area and then even fill up slightly before draining out like this big drain in the bottom. But like, it doesn't look like there's a way to really scale here. And it also looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while. So a lot of the trash from the alleyway has kind of collected along the outside edge of this ring. Like this looks like a pretty filthy alleyway and it's like very dark and not very well lit because the only light is from like a couple windows of some poor fucking bastard whose view is this fucking drainage alley. And like there's a couple lights up there on, but even the window like coverings on the windows keep the light from spilling too much into here. So you can only kind of see this guy like running at you as you come up to the stop in this alleyway.
Rock, seeing them, would probably start running.
Yeah, roll an athletics check because you're not quite there yet.
You had me roll an athletics check. I got a 20.
Holy shit. So you actually have
I'll
got
let you have
there
that one.
way before. You have like a couple seconds to figure out what you're going to do here. In fact, I'm going to say you have 2 actions you can take. before this guy catches you. And what was yours?
I got a 9, which is good because you got a 20.
Okay, so it's gonna work like this. You have 2 full actions you can accomplish before he gets to you. He will then get to you and have an action. And you will probably have an action in response. Then Rock gets there.
Is there anything in this alleyway I can like push into the path of walking? Since there's a bunch of junk everywhere?
I'm gonna say you've probably been doing that along the whole way, which is why you've had so much time, because the man's is trying to like jump over garbage and like try and avoid this shit.
And this alley just stops. It's just like a cul-de-sac type of a thing. Okay. How far up? How far up does it go? Does it just go into apartment buildings, or does it like is like a wall?
It goes up pretty fucking far. Like it looks like it goes up to another tier of like that clear street, and you see a drain up there as well. Like it just like drains into that street, falls down into this one, drains down again. Like there's even an occasional drip from the one above dripping down into this one.
And this is kind of like a dead end, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like a lot? Like a little bit, or like literally?
Well, you could try to scale the walls so they're pretty sleek and very like, they kind of have moss growing on them.
Yeah, I imagine they're kind of like wet.
Yeah, they're pretty wet. But this is like, I'm gonna say the circle is not like small. It's like about the diameter of the room we're in now, which is like
right.
10 by.
Yeah.
It's at least like a 12-foot diameter. So it's pretty large of a circle. However, you're a little frustrating because you're pretty sure if you had your axe, you could like bust your way through the drain and try and drop down to the point below. There are windows that are to the apartments up top, like the ones that the light is coming in from, but the first row of windows starts about 12 feet up.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything I can use as like a makeshift weapon.
Okay. Roll perception check.
Forgot my axe back there.
First action, perception check.
3.
Okay. You start like kicking over like pieces of garbage and stuff, and like like wet toilet paper sticks to your boot. Like there's like almost nothing here, and you're like real fucking pissed about it too. Second action before he gets here.
I think I might grab like a nasty wet pillow or some toilet paper or something and let's get ready to... I don't know. I'd be upset if somebody hit me with like a moist...
Yeah.
Like a moist...
The trash alley pillow.
Oh, no. All right.
So I get ready to throw something gross at him.
Okay. Make an attack roll, but with proficiency and dexterity instead of charisma.
Which is not good.
Well, at least I'm giving proficiency.
Oh, no,
You
I'm just
guys
saying
know
the
how to
dexterity.
fight.
I don't know about y'all. My dexterity shit.
That's pretty good. Mine's +2.
I'm going to say ClockTower Agents might be proficient in wet trash alley pillow.
Have you ever tried shooting somebody when they're throwing wet, gross
21?
water paper at your eyes?
Oh, yeah, you hit him. It fucking smacks him in the face, and he just, like, immediately, like, whap! And he goes, like, oh! Oh, my God, you're fucking joking. No. As he, like, looks like he's about to aim to shoot you again after, like, wet trash pillow, but what do you... Because it's now going to be... I would say it'd be his action, but you hit him with that. It doesn't do any damage, but I'm going to roll to see how he does... not well. He did not take that well. He's, like, trying real hard not to gag. You can do one action if you want against him now.
I'm gonna try to push and run past him.
All right. Also, now it's like, it's still dark in here, but you kind of see him. He's like your height. He's got like choppy brown hair and mutton chops, but he looks really young. Like he's got a very youthful face, not like a kid or anything, but he just doesn't look like his voice would imply at all. And he's got glasses, like spectacles on, doesn't have a hat, which is weird for you. But the rest of his clothes look very like in this world. And he's got a like mare's leg, like sawed off repeater rifle in his hand, but it also looks like it's a very thinly veiled, like this is a cyberpunk repeater rifle. But what are you gonna try and do to him? Push past him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to shove him.
All right. I believe, if I'm correct, the shove action in D&D is you just hit them and then it's a strength check versus athletics, right?
Athletics versus either acrobatics or athletics.
Okay. So you're rolling strength and he's rolling acrobatics. You're rolling strength and he's rolling athletics or acrobatics.
13?
Yep, he beat you. 15. You try to shove him. He doesn't go anywhere. He's going to try and shoot you, but this is also when Rock is getting here. So, Rock, you get here. What are you going to do?
Let's see. How far, what distance am I between?
Actually, in fact, now that you're here, all three of us are going to roll initiative.
That's fine. I prefer that. Dope. That is a 9 because I have a -1 at advantage.
Okay. 18 is what he got.
It doesn't matter. Kball, what's your initiative?
It's 12.
Okay.
All right. Well, goodbye, Kball.
He's going to try and...
Shoot me. I'm bigger. Shoot me.
I don't think he knows you're there, dude.
Oh, fuck.
He's going to try and shoot you in the knee. So he lines up his shot and goes to shoot you just as Rock is running up, looming in the distance, and the light reflects on his spectacles. He says, I don't like doing this, and then aims to blow your knee out.
Hey everyone, Who's here? The substitute outro guy who's been doing this for a couple episodes now, so I think I'm just a mainstay. Thank you for listening. As always, I'd like to thank our producer at Who's.music, who I know personally, and our editor, Cal, for making the episodes what they are. I'd also like to thank our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. Thank you to Kball, Trent, Cal, Ellie, and I guess myself, for their great performances. We release on a bi-weekly basis, so our next episode, episode 46, will be out on April 29th. So until then, time is indeed ticking. See you in the clock tower.